Hello everyone, so finally last up here, the 5th of 5 collection videos. We've got a mix of fresh, aromatherapy, and other lines, which are really some of my favorite. I'm not a huge foodie person with candles, not a huge floral, fresh, I like festive, but my favorite are the ones that are really either a spa scent or an herbal scent, or something really interesting or unique that you can't place, or something fresh. So these are just a mix of new, old, some hard to find, a lot of test scents along the way. Unfortunately, some of the best scents don't always make it wide, which is a shame in my opinion. But let's go through it. So we've got first here the random Paris line that came out in March of Lavender Market, French Garden, and Paris Daydream. Now with these, I really liked all of them. Lavender Market was a repackage of the gold lid piece from the spring that was in test stores. Now if you've seen my very first video, it was an in-depth overview of the Aromatherapy Home / Good Life gold lid aromatherapy test collections, so refer back to that for more details on those. But Lavender Market was a repackage of Peace from that, and then French Garden was a repackage of a test scent from the Spring Fresh Market line that was actually called Peach Lavender. And if you look at the notes on French Garden, that's a lot of peach, a lot of lavender, and I think that the Peach Lavender only made it to a single wick in test stores as the Fresh Market line, and that was it. And then Paris Daydream, in my opinion, it was almost a repackage of Oceanside from the Boardwalk collection, the American Boardwalk collection. Not exactly, but really, really similar. So it's interesting. It seems like if you watched any of my other collection videos here where I've talked about repackaging test scents, specifically part of when something goes wide, or the Paris lines that they've done, two of these Paris lines over the past year, it's oftentimes test scents that they've decided to throw a little twist and spin on and market them as something else, which is interesting. But I really like all these three, and I can't really categorize them as a specific season since they've got so much herbal notes to them. Then we've got here Fresh Bamboo. Everyone knows that. It's a really bright, really intense. I don't burn out a whole lot. It's more when I'm cleaning because it's really, really strong. Eucalyptus, just straight up eucalyptus. Really, really, really great. It's available only on the website, and the last time I checked it was listed there but sold out, so I'm hoping it'll come back. Super intense, like Fresh Bamboo. It's much better than Eucalyptus Mint, which I do like, but it's got pretty much nothing in it except a really strong, intense eucalyptus. Really, really nice. With that, probably one of my favorite candles they've ever done. It was a test scent last year, didn't go wide, I think around the same time as Verbena Waters, but it's just, I can't even tell you how incredible it is. It's eucalyptus citrus, so I've got two, and this one that's almost gone. It's a sparkling citrus, it's got some eucalyptus in it, it's a little bit watery, it's intense, but it's bright, it's fresh, it like hits so many different notes and you know, scent profiles that is just really, really great. I love it. So that's something that could be burned year-round. I haven't been burning it a lot because I just want to make them last, but really, really great candle. I throw fresh lemon in this. A lot of people would say it's a spring scent, but for me, fresh lemon and fresh cotton, both scents that I initially had overlooked, actually, and I didn't, you see I've got a bunch of these fresh cotton here. I only had one of each of them, and then I realized after this new Fresh Market line came out in the spring that these were really nice, like some of the best as far as cotton goes and as far as lemon goes, just really great scent with good notes and, you know, good burn. Great for when you're cleaning the house. So I ordered a few more when I saw them back on the website, and there was a 2 for $20 sale. So I've got a couple fresh lemon and a couple of the fresh cotton, because the fresh cotton really, I mean, it deodorizes a room. You know, when I'm cleaning, I like to open all the windows and light that, and it just, you know, brings the house down. Then we've got my all-time favorite, without a doubt, Slatkin & Co. candle. And I think this was actually one of Harry Slatkin's signature scents before he sold his line to Bath & Body Works and Limited & Co. Green tea and white pear. It's so great. It's really hard to place. When you smell it, you'd never exactly guess what was in it. And the notes read as Actually, the notes are not on that one. I think they may be on this one. Not even. So I don't even know what's in it. I want to say there's yuzu, pear, green tea. It's intense. It's got a dryness to it, like a really like, dry biting into a pear. It sounds weird. I want to say powdery, but it's not. But it's got the green tea. It's slightly perfumey without being perfumey. I just think it's so unique. It's similar to like a eucalyptus kind of thing. It's a little bit intense, but it's truly like an aromatherapy scent that I wish would come back. I bought it when I first bought like 6 Slatkins, and it was one of them, and I lucked out, actually along with Sandalwood Vanilla, as scents that are just really nice. I wish they would do more of these. They seem to be really heavy on the marketing now of, you know, drinks or fresh blooms or the boardwalk, or you know, they're selling much more of the marketing angle of it, which I get, but they were really focused on some really great scents in the past. Another one along with that, as I continue, is Lemongrass Cardamom from the Aromatherapy collection. I got this at an SAS when I first started buying Slatkins, so it's the only one I got. My mother has some Lemongrass Cardamom lotion still from a few years ago, as well as bergamot coriander. And I don't know what they've done to the aromatherapy line over the years as far as the body care and the candles, but they really seem to have dumbed it down. You know, they got their basic lavender chamomile, lavender vanilla, orange ginger, you know, the sensual ones, which I always kind of ignore, the black currant vanilla and the jasmine, whatever it is. But there used to be one of those that was like rose and ylang ylang or something, and then this lemongrass cardamom, which was part of, I think, stress relief, and bergamot coriander, which was part of energy. And the bergamot coriander it was really intense, really strong, but you compare that now to the orange ginger or lemon zest that are just really like, you could walk into Rite Aid and smell something that's really similar to orange ginger or really similar to lemon zest, whereas you would never find anything like lemongrass cardamom or bergamot coriander. So I'm really bummed that they've gone such a mainstream way with their aromatherapy now, because that is just such a great scent. I can't say enough about it. Another scent that is like, we're hitting all the best of the best here for me, is Toasted Almond. Now, you would think by looking at it that it must be like a sweet, sort of candied almond or bakery item, but it really has no sort of bakery to it. This was a test scent back when it was actually a test scent along with Lime Ice as a test scent with the original Boardwalk collection of Lemon Gelato, Cotton Candy, and Salty Caramel. And it never made it wide, and I think it's, again, one of the best candles they've ever made. They say toasted almonds and shea butter blend perfectly with juicy apple and pear blossom. We haven't seen shea butter as a note in candles really ever with Slatkin. You've got toasted almonds, you've got really nice apple without it being super sweet, and you've got pear blossom, which is a little bit sweeter than a pear. And it's just, the shea butter just really makes it so rich, and it reminds me of a candle that was pretty expensive from Luxiton that was like 4 ounces and was probably $35, and it had almond and shea in it, and it smells, you can't really place what it smells like. It just smells really comforting without being foody. It's more about scent and not about scent that smells like something you want to eat. So I have a few backups of those. I hope to see it in another form sometime, because it's just really fantastic. Then we've got the current aromatherapy, some really nice ones. Vanilla verbena I like. Lavender chamomile. I have done lavender vanilla before, but I think the chamomile is much calmer and it's not as bright and powdery as the lavender vanilla. Nighttime tea, I've got a few of those. Again, don't think it smells anything like tea, but the cedarwood and the orange is really nice in it. And then we've got an old packaging single wick vanilla verbena. But I just want to smell the tea really quickly. It's intense, but it's really nice. The cedarwood orange, again, I don't know why they're calling it tea, and it's got the frilly pink packaging, and it's actually kind of a heavier scent, but again, it's all about the marketing. Then we've got a few that I touched on in my first video that I did about the aromatherapy collection. These are current test scents and test stores, lavender and vetiver. I got 2 of the vetiver. They're really nice. A little bit more of a straight up scent as opposed to the gold lid collection that was all about evoking mood. I really hope they take these wide and go further with them. I know they're doing like a Parisian line releasing sometime in the summer or early fall, and I've heard rumblings of some of the fall scents, and they seem kind of similar to the things they've done in the past few years. But I really hope they go to more of a spa or a more high-end herbal kind of thing like this. I'd really enjoy that. With that, we've got some candles here from a test line that never really made it wide last year. Well, it sort of did. There was a test line, I think they called it maybe the Passport collection, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't get to purchase many of them because when I went to the store, they were full priced, and then when it was 2 for $20, they were gone off the shelves. But what's really interesting about this is they originally released, there were 5 of them. They had sort of this, like, it looks like, art painted on wood. There was Peruvian black pepper and bergamot. There was Indian mahogany and bergamot. Then there were 3 more. There was Himalayan chai, and then there was, I think, Tahitian vanilla embers, which was a white wax, and then there was one that I forget what it was called. It was almost the color of a yellow curry, like a yellow coconut curry. It was really intense, but it smelled very similar to a sandalwood vanilla. I don't remember where they said it was from in the International Passport line, but I loved it. But at the time, I bought 2. I bought Peruvian black pepper bergamot, Indian mahogany, and bergamot. And as luck would have it, those were the 2 of the 5 that went wide. So everyone has seen these last holiday season. Interestingly, again with the marketing, and I've said it in my other videos, I'm so interested by the marketing, when these went wide, they dropped Indian and they dropped Peruvian, which is kind of, I almost think it's a shame that people were turned off by it because it said Peruvian, or did they not know what Peruvian meant? Like, that's kind of pathetic, I don't know. But it just was black pepper bergamot. Same exact candle, great scent. And when I went to the SAS over the holidays, it's funny, the black pepper bergamot was at $8, and Peruvian black pepper bergamot was 75% off. So they were just coded differently, even though really they're the same candle, so I got a bunch of them because they were super cheap. And then at the SAS I was able to pick up single wicks of Himalayan chai, which I really liked. I can do a bigger review on that later if you'd like, but that's just hot black tea with cardamom, clove buds, and sandalwood. Really nice. And then when I did a test or an outlet store order, they mentioned that they had mahogany leather, which, odd label, not sure what was going on with it, and it's just another name for Indian mahogany and bergamot. So it's nice, I've got a couple of those. A lot of people say that the mahogany leather, aka Indian mahogany and bergamot, smells like Abercrombie. I don't really shop at Abercrombie anymore. I haven't been to a mall for a while. I'm living in the city, but that seems right to me. It's nice. It's heavy aromatherapy. Good stuff. Then we've got here, I won't talk about these much because I did a really long video about the gold lid line we had the fall one and then the spring one. Both have been discontinued. They were discounted out at the SAS. Not sure what's coming next, but I mean, test stores are huge and they've got a lot to fill up. So hopefully in the next week or 2 they'll discount out those candles and get tons of new stuff in, and we'll have lots of good stuff coming to us. And then with that, we've just got a couple left over from the fall line, the Happiness, because I loved it so much, Peace, and then Joy of single wicks. They were discounted out super cheap at the SAS last fall. So again, thanks for watching this overview of some of my super favorites from random test lines and aromatherapy candles from Slatkin & Co. If you stuck in and watched all 5 of these all the way through, or even 1 or 2 of them all the way through, I appreciate it. I know I've talked a lot. These are long videos, and there are a lot of them. So I really appreciate it. I should be getting some good, shorter, sweeter videos moving along here now that we've gone through the whole collection. But again, hope if you see something that you want me to delve into more or explore, I'd be happy to do shorter videos detailing other candles more in depth. So again, comment, let me know what you'd like to see, and hopefully I'll have some good stuff for you over the next month or 2. And again, thanks for watching. Take care.